much harder, and then you just can't get the power drive. I mean, he handled the weight, but just didn't quite get the depth there.
And we've had 2 missed lifts on depth, not strength. You can always go a little deeper. It's hard to get a lot stronger.
Takahiro Korea from Japan.
We're not at emergency levels just yet, but
yeah, I mean, as a sub-junior, I think it's even harder. You miss that first lift. I mean, you know, when you're an open, you've competed a few times at this level. You've learned how to cope with that and how to handle that. But at this level for the juniors and sub-juniors, it's a tough position to be in.
3 white lights, and that moves smooth.
Yeah, if you got one ref picking up for depth,
yeah.
And if you put it in the same place the next time, the other ref's probably going to take a closer look.
They're paying attention. But like you said, the weight moved fast, so it's not strength.
Takahiro Korea from Japan, 177.5.
This is a 17.5 kilo jump from his opener. That's big for this weight class.
That's a pretty decent jump for a sub-junior at 66.
Yeah,
and a little bit too big a jump by the look of it.
It's just a...
And, yeah, I mean, look, he came into it quite confident, but...
I almost wonder if you once, and you got a red the other time.
That's exactly right. I mean, if you go out there and you don't hit depth on your first one, you come out for your second one, they're all looking at a little bit closer.
Yeah.
You know? So you've really got to be convincing.
Sometimes as a coach, you got to step in there and let them know what you're seeing, because everyone else is seeing it as well.
You know, a good coach is an honest coach.
Yeah, true.
And you want to make sure you coach. If you're not hitting depth in training, if your coach isn't telling you, get another coach. Oh, it was just too tough. You could see as soon as he hit the hole, that was not coming up.
Yeah, this is Korea had jumped 17.5 kilo from his opener, which is a massive. The whole body shifts, and you're still strong enough to lock that out.
Yeah, it makes it. You really know when they've got some absolute strength in there, and these new benches, and everything they've done to make this new bench a new rack is based on everything they've been fed back to from coaches, from athletes, from officials, and they've just made it better and better. I mean, one of the great additions now, I think, is the slightly narrower safety racks. So there's a little bit more room between the rack and the weight plate now. And of course, for the spotters and loaders, that lovely lever arm to put the racks in and out now, making their job a lot easier.
Top of the line equipment.
And gets that one on the board. And of course, they've increased the friction coefficient on the bench as well, so you don't need all that chalk anymore. You won't slip around on the bench.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's it's your speed, it's your strength, it's your technique. I mean, look at Jen Thompson; she's a great example. Pound for pound, seriously, one of the toughest bench presses on the planet. And it comes down to technique. Takahiro from Japan, 105. A nice little personal best for him. Nice touch, but just a little bit too heavy today.
Stitch too much. It was a 5 kilo jump.
Yeah, and you know, as you said a number of times, 5 kilos on a bench.
Back
so
to
missed
back.
this on his second as well.
One more go with 105 kilo.
And you can see Great Britain waiting in the corner. So great organisation and good coaching there. Your lift is ready in the wings as soon as that bar loaded is called. And today it's just too much. So Cullen McGovern, 105.
Especially, I'm sure that British coaching staff sees. Bar's not changed.
We move into the juniors now. Ryan Murray from Ireland, 102. Changed home as lift. I believe the Canadian coaches would have had to lodge an official protest.
Yes.
Which requires paperwork and a payment for an official protest, and then they go away and do all those reviews.
And, you know, hats off to Jeff Butt, head coach. He wasn't going to let it go. He went up to bat, he fought for his lifter, and look what happens.
Ooh, that's a tough opening lift.
Yeah, it is. Not a lot of room to grow.
That left-hand knee wasn't locked overly well. He's going to have to make sure he locks that out a bit stronger on the next one. A bit more convictualites low. Your ATP struggling to keep up. You know, you have fried that neural system.
He bought himself insurance with that opener, and that's why you open with something you can hit all day, every day.
Takahiro Korea from Japan, 220. Oh, it's tough. He's there. That left knee, though, I don't know about that. They get it on, though.
So that's a 10-kilo jump. 21 and a half is his best, which is a Japanese. And you know what?
Let's be honest.
You leave it on the platform nonetheless, right?
You've done everything you can do.
Exactly. That's exactly it. You did everything you could.
Takahiro Korea from Japan, 225. Well, he gave that everything he had. He's okay, completely normal, happens all the time.
Yeah. You get dizzy at the top.
You love the look on his face when he opens his eyes again. Yeah, it's one of those things that happens all the time. You do a big pull like that.
It's
it's
and no team points either. So you.
Todos?